Typical day is 2 to 3 hours of lecture in the morning. After that, your day is really free to do whatever you want to do with it. I really enjoy that because as a pre-medical student, it really lends itself to your needs. So say, for example, if you want to shadow or volunteer in the community, or if you want to do research, it allows you to do all that while also still being able to balance school.
So I would get to campus at around 5:15, 5:30 a.m. Classes usually can range from 9 to 12, or from in neuroendocrines like 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. I like doing this stuff beforehand. So I'll do all my review cards, I'll do some practice questions, anything I don't have a good grasp on from the previous day's material or the day after. That's my time to kind of be alone because nobody else is there. From 8 to 10 or 9 to 12, whenever you have class time. During class, I would kind of look at the lecture beforehand, not like in depth or anything. I would kind of skim it like, okay, this is what we're covering. How does that relate to today's report? So it kind of gets my brain moving. And so pay attention in class. Anything they say, write it down and highlight it. That's like the biggest thing. After class, usually you get done between, again, 10 or 12, depending on the class. I would go straight into making flashcards. From 12 to usually 2, I would say 12 to 3. I would make flashcards all the time, and I would allot that time, kind of seclude yourself from other people and just grind it out, because then you're done. And so after that, and you can eat lunch here and there, just kind of like intermission. So if you want to take that hour break, that's fine. That time shortened when I got better at it. It's that initial, again, first 2 months in the program in the summertime, that was the worst. But afterwards, it kind of went from 3 hours down to 2 and down to an hour and a half as I got better on it. And then usually after that, I would take run. I love to run, work out, kind of remove yourself from studying, because you just did all these Anki cards, or whatever study method you use, you just did all that for 3 hours. So I always say, take an hour and a half, whatever you need to do, but you need to come back to it later that day. So you take that time, and if you want to eat, you want to go to friends, that's fine. I would hour and a half, that leaves you around 5:30. So dinner, whatever, during that period. After that, I would review the Anki I did that day. So that now you've looked at it 3 times, right? Class, right after when you made the cards, and now you're going through them. And after that, I would make my own questions. Now that prompts your ability to kind of think, and I would usually end my day around 8. So I mean, it's a long day. Now, that is definitely, if you want to do all that before you take the hour and a half break, whatever, and at 6:30, totally fine. I think it's all up to you. And then if you're a night person and you don't want to get up that early, just go at night, come to class, do the same thing, and just tailor that method to whatever your strongest suits is.
For me, I'd come to class usually. Lecture would be till about noon, around that time, and I'd go home. I live a good ways away, so about 40 minutes. Get home, rest that day I would study, look at supplemental materials, depends on the timeline, how far I am from a test. But usually the afternoons are reserved for polishing up, studying, and reviewing, things like that.